Yeah, I'm afraid of that.
Hey, what's up, my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the Haslab Ghostbusters Egon Spengler Proton Pack. So here we are, and there it is. And first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. As you can see, this is a huge box that takes up the entire width of my table. So yeah, it is a huge box, but made up to look like a big old storage chest. Looks really cool. You got the Ghostbusters logo right there. Egon Spengler Proton Pack right there in the corner. You got the yellow stripes. And turning around to the side, again, you got just some, faux painted handles there. But really cool in the back. Got the hinges there. Another big Ghostbusters logo. Overall, very, very cool packaging. I'm not going to throw this box because I will steal something. So we're going to move on. Now, the first thing you see when you open up the box is this section right here. And you can just pull it right out and you can see it looks like, floorboards. And you can kind of replicate that part in Ghostbusters Afterlife where Phoebe is just kind of futzing around with the floorboards. And you can take this section here and slide it over. And that will allow you to open up this section here. And we have some goodies, some little hidden goodies. So let's pull out this box here, and we have phantasmical samples, potentially sentient, handle with extra care, and this is where your marshmallow goo is sitting. And we also get this little box here that looks like a ghost trap, and in here is where our mini puffs are. So a very cool presentation here from the outside of the box to the inside of the box. Now, before we take a look at the Proton Pack itself, let's take a look at all of the extra goodies that we get with it. First thing is we get 2 sticker sheets here. We get 1 sticker sheet with the OG Ghostbusters crew there. Don't cross the streams. I have the crew there. Too cool for Zool. And you also get a sticker sheet with the new crew here from Ghostbusters Afterlife. Are you a god? Gatekeeper. So you got that going on. You do also get an optional sticker sheet for the Proton Pack itself. Now all the stickers on the Proton Pack are old and dingy looking and weathered, and you'll see that when we take a look at the Proton Pack. So if you don't want the weathered stickers, they give you a set of pristine stickers to put on the Proton Pack. If you wish, you have the option, and as always, options are good. And you also get Egon Spengler's journal, which is quite cool. It's got some slime stains on it. So very nice. And we'll just flip through it real quick. And again, just has some notes as if they were written by Egon himself. I won't go through the whole thing, but we'll just give you a quick little flip through here on the Ectomobile, aka Ecto 1, Ecto goggles, basically all the gear. A mobile containment unit, that would have been cool to see. With some of the other gadgets and gizmos. Like some newspaper clippings and whatnot. And you can see here some of the modifications that Egon did for the new gear that we see in Afterlife. Which is pretty cool. There you go, you got some pictures there. 1984, photographed by Janine Melnitz. Oh, there you go. But pretty cool. Very cool little addition there. You do also get an orange safety cap to put onto your Neutrona wand. Like so. So nobody can mistake it for a real weapon? Question mark? Okay. And you also get the marshmallow goo. And we can hang off of the Proton Pack. You can see you get 4 pieces of marshmallow goo. It's all just done in rubber and it just works via a little post here. You just plug through, just loop it through. You can hang it off of the hoses and whatnot. So yeah, you get 4 sections here of marshmallow goo. Now, if you're a Hasbro Pulse Premium member and you backed the project, I think within the first, 48 hours, you got green slime effects parts that look just like this, just done in transparent green. But I did not do that because I'm not a premium member and I did not back this within the first 48 hours. So I just got the marshmallow goo, but still nice addition. And you also get the display stand for the Proton pack itself, and it kind of looks like a chair. Not a comfortable chair, but I mean, it looks like a chair. But anyway, you can see it's a very nicely done display stand here, and the pack will just sit right in there. You can see kind of like a metal grate look going on. Ghostbusters symbol right there. And it's made up of 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces. It just snaps together very solidly. And yeah, a nice little display stand there for your pack. And lastly but not leastly, we get mini puffs. That's right, we get 3 little mini puffs here. That are just adorable. What are you looking at? What's over there? What's happening? What's going? Anyway, but nicely done little mini puffs here. Looks like they got a little burnt up. But as far as articulation goes, the heads just rotate, the arms rotate, and that is pretty much it. They all have, their hands are all basically just clips, so you can clip them onto the wires and the hoses on the Proton pack, have them hanging off if you want to. And they do come with interchangeable heads as well, so you can give them different expressions, like that. Or you can just stick his tongue out at you. But very cool. We also get some mini puffs. And now it's time for the main event of the evening. Here we have Egon Spengler's Proton Pack in all of its glory, and I could not be happier with this thing. This thing is freaking awesome. Now, there is one bit of assembly you have to do right out of the box, and that is just this piece right here, which does have a metal rod, which is quite nice. And this will just plug in right here. Like that, plugs in nice and securely, and there you go. Now the pack itself, as you can see, is huge here. I have it pushed all the way to the very back of my table, so it's going to be kind of hard to shoot this, but it's a lovely full-size replica Proton pack here, and really well done. We'll do some close-ups in a little bit, but back here you can see the straps. They do have padding. You also have a kidney pad right down here as well. There's a waist strap as well. All of it is fully adjustable, so you can adjust it to whatever body type you are. But overall, a really nicely done Proton pack. Just lots of detail, like all the hoses, the ribbon cables, like everything that's supposed to be there is there. So we're going handheld now, so we can take a look at all the detail from top to bottom here. You can see they've also done a nice job of weathering, just kind of making things look just kind of scuffed up, dinged up. As I was talking about earlier, you can see all the stickers here are just weathered and dingy looking. You can replace those with the pristine stickers if you wish. All the hoses and whatnot are done in rubber. And you got the ribbon cable. Just lots of good stuff going on here. Tons of detail. All looks really good. And I am thoroughly impressed with how this pack came out. There you have the cyclotron. Again, some nice paintwork here to make it look kind of dinged up, weathered up. Danger! But overall, really cool. Give you a turn around here so you can see it from the side. Got these little bits here. Turn around the other side here. Again, you can see all these hoses and whatnot. They have the hook for your neutrino wands. More stickers. Again, nice paintwork. Got the clippered valve up there, which I believe this is done in aluminum. But again, overall, really nicely done there. Now, there are a couple things missing from this pack that I'm sure you've noticed already. One of them being an Alice frame. Now, you can attach one if you want to. You don't need it, but you can attach an Alice frame if you wish. You can get them on Amazon. It takes an LC1 Alice frame, I believe. Now, if you do decide to buy your own Alice frame, guess what? Hasbro has you hooked up as far as mounting it, because they supply you with all of the brackets, the screws, everything you need to mount the Alice frame to the back of the pack. All of the mounting points are there, so you are good to go. Yes, it is an extra expense, but it's an optional expense. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. You can still wear the pack as is, but if you want that extra bit of screen accuracy, you can buy your own Alice frame. But hey, you got the option, and as always, options are good. And of course you need a Neutrona wand, and screw this orange cap, get out of my life. But of course you need a Neutrona wand because these things go hand in hand. You gotta have one to have the other, and have the other to have the what? You know how it works. But yes, this is compatible with the Spengler's Neutrona wand that came out, what, 2 years ago. Now, when this pack was announced, Hasbro did do another run of Neutrona wands, so hopefully everyone that needed one was able to get their hands on one without having to pay, ridiculous scalper prices on eBay. So yeah, sucks that you do have to buy this separately. It didn't come with the pack, but hey, again, hopefully everyone that needed one was able to get their hands on one. Now, I know what you're saying. You're saying, wait a second, but this is supposed to connect to this. There's supposed to be a hose. Where's the hose? Well, here's the hose. The hose is right here. Just done in rubber, nice and flexible. And I'm going to show you how this works. Now, first you want to take this end of the hose. It is keyed, so it will only go in one way. So you just take it and just pop it in, and then turn the knob here to secure it into place. You can also give it just a little push and just kind of pop it into place. If you find that it's not tightening to your liking, there you go, and you have that side in. And then you bring in your wand. You just want to undo this cap right here, remove the battery compartment. You're not going to need this anymore. And take this end, and it is again keyed a specific way, so only go in one way. You just take that and insert that into the handle. Turn this to tighten it, and there you go. And then of course you take the wand, use that hook, just slide it down, slides in nice and securely, and there you have your full Proton pack. And that is just a sight to behold, and that makes me so very happy. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. So without further ado, let's get down to what all of this does now. We turn this around. You can see we do have a battery compartment right back here. It takes 4D batteries, which are not included. You have to get those yourself. But once you have the batteries installed, the way to turn the pack on is there's this little red lever right back here. And when you switch me on, there you have the pack going. You can see the cyclotron going. Little blue lights in here going as well. You can hear that idling noise going. Now right now it is in afterlife mode. And that buzzing you're hearing right now, that is a motor that's in the pack itself that's supposed to make it vibrate. I personally don't like it. It's noisy. I don't care for it. So I'm going to turn this off real quick. Okay, so I turned the motor off, so now we can better hear what the pack is doing without that annoying buzzing noise. So we're going to turn it back on. There you go. You can see the lights going there. Now this does have a volume control, this bit right here. You just rotate it. You can make it go louder. Or you can bring it down. Or you can just cut off the noise altogether. So we have the volume all the way up. You can hear that idling noise. And to switch the pack back off, just flick that switch. And it will cut off. Now that was afterlife mode, so now I'm going to switch it over to the classic mode. Okay, so now we have it in classic mode, so now when we turn it on, you can see the lights there in the cyclotron are different. You can hear the idling noise is also different. So it's really cool that you can have the lights and the sounds based on what you want, classic or afterlife. I think that's a really cool feature. And again, just turn it off. And it powers down. Now, one thing to note is when you do turn the pack off, you do have a 5-minute window, 5 minutes, where you can actually turn the pack back on using the wand. So we can do... There you go. You see the pack's back on. Our wand is on. And we can proceed to bust some ghosts. And when you're done busting ghosts, you can just turn off the wand. And then the pack will turn off. And again, you have a 5-minute window to do that. After 5 minutes, you have to use the main switch here on the pack to turn the pack back on. Now, another thing to note is that the noises are not affected by either component. The pack has its own programmed noises. The wand has its own programmed noises. One does not affect the other, even though you have them connected, no matter what mode you're in. The wand is going to make the noises that it's already programmed to make, and the pack is going to make the noises that it's programmed to make. Another neat little feature here is, if you come to this side compartment, you can see this little screw right here. The screw is actually a button. And when you push this, you can open up this compartment, and look, you can have a little mini puff, one of your mini puffs stored in there, and you do have 2 sets of foot pegs in here. So if you want, you can display these little guys on your pack, you know, wreaking havoc, doing what mini puffs do. You can just plug them on, and that makes for a cool little display if you want to take advantage of it. Now, another thing we can do noise-wise involves the ribbon cable here. Now, I'll just unplug this so you can see it better. So you can see these 2 bolts right here are actually little levers that you can push in, and you can detach the ribbon cable. But you're going to see what happens when we detach this when the pack is actually on. So it's in classic mode right now. So we're going to turn it on. And now we're going to detach the ribbon cable. And the ecto containment unit is about to blow up. That's pretty cool. And now we're going to do that again with the pack in afterlife mode. So we're going to cut it on. And then detach the ribbon cable. And you get that noise. So there you have that. And another thing we can do here is we can disassemble the cyclotron. And to do that, you want to take this bit here and just unscrew it. And remove that. Then you can slide this little bumper off. You do also want to remove these hoses here. Just pop these off, and then this will just come right off. The inside of this also has a lot of detail. And this is a customizer's dream, honestly, because like all this stuff is removable. You can remove these hoses. Even these little sections here, they just twist lock in. You can remove these. And yeah, you could totally paint this up inside and out and totally customize it. But really cool. And in here we have the cyclotron. Again, really well done. Nice and weathered. Lots of detail. And we're just getting closer so you can take a better look at all of that detail in there. But we can also go further. We can disassemble this even more. We can take this section here and just unscrew this. And this will come out, and you can just pull this whole section off. Again, you can just kind of see what's going on there, and you can see everything that's going on in here as well. Again, tons of detail. Again, a customizer's dream. I can see a customizer just going nuts and painting up all this stuff in there, making it look awesome. But also in here is where you can change your modes. Now, there are 2 toggle switches right here. And this switch right here, the top switch, this is what will switch the modes between Classic and Afterlife. In the up mode, it's in Afterlife mode. And when you toggle it down, it will be in Classic mode. You can get that confirmation noise. and that's how you know. Now this bottom switch is what controls the motor. So in the up position, the motor is on, and in the down position, the motor is off. I always leave that off because, again, I don't like the annoying buzzing of the motor, so I always leave that off. And of course, you can have your marshmallow goo on the pack if you want. Again, it just wraps around. You can wrap around the cables, wrap it around wherever you want, and just push these little pins through. They're just rubber. Everything here is rubberized. You can just take it and just lock it into place. Takes a little bit of doing, but it's doable. It's totally doable. There you go. You can have it covered in marshmallow goo, and you can have that hanging wherever you want. And of course, you can take your mini puffs. Your mini puffs have little C-clip hands, so if you want to, you can just have them hanging off of the wires and the hoses and whatnot, and make for a pretty cool little display there. And of course, I gotta wear the pack. Of course I have to wear the pack. Come on now. Come on now. It does have the waist strap as well. I just didn't want to cover up my t-shirt because I like my t-shirt. Okay? But there is the pack on, and it's pretty comfortable. You know, this thing weighs about 15 pounds. It's not light, but it's not heavy either. But I mean, you know you're wearing it. But overall, it is pretty comfortable. And if you are cosplaying with this, you know, you're going to have not a bad time. You won't have to sit down after, 10 minutes because your shoulders and your back hurt. It is pretty comfortable. You can walk around with it. You can even jog a little bit. You can jog through the city. Why not? Why not? And of course, we can bust some ghosts. Oh, yeah. Aim for the flat top. So there you have Spengler's Proton Pack, and yeah, I love this thing. I absolutely love it. I've always wanted a Proton Pack, so I am oh so happy that Haslab put this out. I'm so happy it got fully funded. I'm so happy that all of the stretch goals were reached. And yeah, this is a great Proton Pack, a great Proton Pack in my opinion. Now, bear in mind, I am not a Proton Pack expert, so there could be still some gross inaccuracies here, but honestly, I don't care. This is what I have been wanting for a long time, and I finally have it, and it was way more affordable than any other full-sized Proton Pack replica on the market. Yes, you have to buy the wand separately. Yes, if you want to, you have to buy an Alice frame, but, that's an optional purchase. But even so, still worth every cent in my opinion. I am a happy Ghostbusters fan, a very happy Ghostbusters fan today. So there you go. Now this was a Haslab crowd-funded project, so if you didn't back it, good luck finding one for anywhere near retail price at this point. They're already going for a lot on eBay, so if you missed out, again, all I can say is good luck to you. But if you would like to get some other Ghostbusters merch, you can always check out BigBadToyStore.com. As always, linked in the description down below, so you can check that out. You can also check out my Ghostbusters playlist for any reviews you may have missed. Also linked in the description down below, so you can check that out as well. And I think that's it, so don't forget to check out EmGo's, check out Love, Peace, Paranormal, follow me on Twitter, all of that good stuff down in the description below, and I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So, there is the Haslab Ghostbusters Egon Spengler Proton Pack, and this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud, palm in your face.